thank you for tuning in for tonight's Meet the Candidates Night here at Candlewood Lake. I have Bill Schumer here as a candidate for Board of Trustee member. And our first question, Bill, is can you tell me some of your favorite things about Candlewood Lake and how it impacts your wanting to be on the board?
Sure. Well, I've lived here, actually lived in Candlewood, my wife and I, Connie. I've lived here about 5 years. We moved from Columbus. And after living there for almost 20 years, we're looking for someplace different. We really hadn't even heard about Candlewood Lake until we, 5 or so years ago, saw an ad in the Columbus Dispatch. And I'd heard about it, but really knew very little about it. And we came up here and immediately fell in love with the place. We love the beauty of the place. I mean, here it is spring, and it's beautiful, as it is every spring. All the amenities of our community, particularly the lake, looking out at it right now, it's gorgeous. It is really one of the most attractive lakes I think there is in Ohio. And we really love it. We love to be on the lake. We love to enjoy the lake and everything else the community and amenities the community has to offer. We think it's very peaceful here, and at the same time, we feel very safe and secure. We feel that we go to bed at night and we're not worrying about any problems. We have security here that does a great job, and I think that's a real plus as well. And then finally, I think there's a real sense of community pride here. It is obvious that people love being here. They love their homes, their properties. They love to take care of them. It shows in how they look. I've been in other private communities in Ohio, and I'll tell you, I've never seen any that look as nice as Candlewood. So really, I just really would like to be on the board and have the opportunity to continue to protect and enhance all these values and assets that we have, and we're looking forward to that opportunity.
Thank you, Bill. What do you view the role of the Board of Trustees, and will you be able to spend the countless hours necessary to fulfill those roles?
Sure. Well, as far as the hours, yes. I'll get to this here in a minute, but I have spent a lot of time here at Candlewood on a couple committees, the Environmental Control Committee for several years, most recently on the Long Range Planning Committee. I know what it takes to be involved in those and all the effort, and so I'm looking forward to continuing to do that, and I think it's just kind of a natural next step for me to offer my services to the community on the board and to be able to do that. As far as my role on the board, I think the board is certainly here to serve the members. Again, we are a member-based organization. It's up to us to run the place. If we want it to be a nice place, we need to work at it. And I'm hoping that on the board I can help protect and enhance all of the wonderful assets that I've talked about that we have. I think part of the role of the board is to make sure that we protect what we have and certainly enhance and grow property values. We have, of course, in today's environment, property is increasing, values are increasing, but we want to make sure that we certainly have all of the amenities here, the lake and everything else still stays strong and is attractive to keep our property values up. And then finally, I want to make sure that as a board, and part of my role is that we continue to stay financially and fiscally sound. Again, we are member-owned and member-run. That takes money. And, we have to be wise in how we gather that money, how we spend it. And I think we have a responsibility to do that. So again, I think that's one of the key issues to be on the board.
From your experience and so forth, and serving on several committees and so forth, what would be your primary goal as being a member of the Board of Trustees?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'll talk a little bit about my background experiences. Again, I mentioned I've been on the ECC and the Long Range Planning Commission. In addition, I've spent, I am an architect by training. Again, I think that'll be valuable. I think I can bring a lot of planning and long-term strategic thinking for our environment here at Candlewood. I've also been on many numerous zoning and review boards and committees. I lived in New Albany for many years and worked there and served that community and the township. on their zoning and review boards. I was on the school board finance committee, also on the committee that was charged with developing a new city charter as New Albany became a city. So I've learned to listen to the community. I think that's really a big part of it. We need to be fair in our decisions and put the best interests of the community in front of everything. You know, everybody has their own thoughts, their own opinions. I think they're all valuable. It's a matter of building the consensus and the strength to find the best solutions that I think can serve the community.
Thank you. What strengths and weaknesses do you see with our current Board of Trustees? And you don't have to mention any names or anything
Sure.
along that line. But how can you help improve these strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I think, you know, I've already talked about all the strengths and amenities here. Again, you know, we need active involvement. It isn't just the board, you know, the community, if you want to really change something or do something, you got to be involved. And you don't necessarily have to be on a committee, but you know, we love to see large attendance at board meetings, at the community open houses we've had, forums. I think that's a great asset. And I think that kind of comes down to one of the things that we can probably, I think, always continue to improve on, and that's communication within the community. Even with all today's modern communication, it's easy for rumors to get started, for things to start flying around, and the only way you're going to prevent that is to improve communication, improve the responsiveness to our community members. Again, it's the members that own Candlewood and run Candlewood. So I think it's our responsibility as a board and as leadership to be responsive to the community. I think we continue to streamline all of our administrative processes and procedures. Yeah, this is a big organization. You know, there's a lot of money involved, and we have to make sure that we're good stewards of that, and that we, again, do everything we can to efficiently use that money. I think we've made, I think as a positive, we've made great strides. I've seen in the few years I've been here, since the 5 years we're here, great strides in the fiscal management and planning here. Again, as I said, in many ways, it's a business, and it really needs to be properly run and planned for. I certainly think one of the pressures and challenges we're going to continue to face is the growth of our community. We've been seeing a lot of new members come in. I think, you know, we call it the Ohio's best kept secret, but I think that's starting to get out now. And I think we've seen a lot of people come in here and you know, good people that want to be here and enjoy everything that we have to offer. But we want to make sure we plan for that. You know, we only have a limited size lake and limited size resources. So we want to make sure we plan properly for the future growth. And I think that's going to be an important component for the board.
How would you handle contrasting views of board members and so forth when it comes to the operation of the community?
Well, again, as I mentioned, I've been on a lot of committees, again, the two here, a lot of other ones. I mean, it really comes down to listening. You really need to listen carefully to what people are saying. Often emotions run high, we all know that. But behind all those emotions, there's usually a message. And I think when you listen and you know, gather all the information and understand what the issues are, when you're fair, you're respectful to everyone, you know, I think that's the best way to get everything out and understand everybody's contrasting views, you know, and thoughts. And with all that said, though, you know, as a leader or as a board member, there comes a time we have to make tough decisions. And, you know, that needs to happen too. But again, I think listening, being respectful, gathering all that information is important so you can really understand the main issues, and as a board work together to do what's best for the community.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Is there any other information that you would like to have the members know about?
Well, I just think I've kind of said it, but again, we've lived here 5 years. We actually owned property for 2 years before that. We were originally thinking of maybe building here, but after looking around somewhere, we found a house. We made some improvements to it, and you know, I work up in Cleveland. I've got a bit of a drive every day, but every time I come here, immediately relax, and we just love it here. And I think it's something, a real gem that we have, and it's worth protecting and keeping that way. So that's what I'd like to do, and that's why I'd like to serve on the Board of Trustees.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.